Welcome to episode 13 in my Workspace Redesign series. As an architect, I have always been fascinated with how the design of our surroundings can shape our behavior, how a repaired and repainted house can make people feel prouder to live on that street and take better care of their surroundings, how brightly painted walls can reduce violence around schools, how replanted courtyards can generate more interaction between neighbors. There is an undoubted relationship between how our spaces look and how we feel and ultimately how we behave. So it's with this awareness that I'm attempting to design my own workspace only to find myself stuck. There's an emotional weight to designing things for yourself. Probably the same emotional weight that fashion designers feel when they design extravagant designs but then appear at the end of their own show wearing a minimal black outfit. It's quite a paradox how you can feel completely unrestrained when it comes to designing for others, but then completely stuck when it comes to designing for yourself. Where do you start when you are aware that every decision touches your routines, your focus, and your mood? So lately, I've been pondering how to create the distance that I need to get this project moving. In episode 12, I showed you how you might use photos to generate ideas for your floor plan instead of sketches. But to be fair, I don't know if I want to do that to my floor plan just yet, because this process will drag me into the color and style department. And I don't want to go there yet. I don't want to choose any colors and any styles just yet. I think that's definitely coming a little later on. The sketch I did in episode 9 should be enough for now. But what I do want to do is to introduce the third dimension. And while I do not feel myself able to make any design decisions just yet, I do think that creating the conditions by which it would be much easier to take these decisions would help me move things forward and get unstuck. Remember episode 4 where I asked you to measure everything including the light switches, the sockets and the radiators? Some of you must have thought that is too much, but it turns out that all that detailed information is just the right amount when it comes to building a 3D model of your space. So here's my 3D model complete with doors, windows, radiators, sockets, and light switches. All these details make the space look very realistic, along with the fact that it is actually in all the right dimensions. I'm not making any design decisions yet, but I am creating the conditions to move closer to making them. I may feel a creative block, but I do want to keep the creative process moving. Just like a painter who might suffer from a creative block and might spend some time setting up their canvas or cleaning up their brushes, or a poet who might be sharpening their pencils. This 3D model has a lot of cool details, but it doesn't quite solve anything yet. It doesn't tell me what desks to buy, where to sit, or how to feel. But what it does do is give me just enough emotional distance from my own space to make design decisions again. And maybe that's what designing your own space actually requires. Not confidence, not certainty, not a perfect vision, but a way to keep things moving when you feel stuck. Because our spaces are not really end results, they are ongoing conversations. We change our routines, our work, our families, and our spaces follow. And sometimes our spaces change first and we follow. There is a constant back and forth between us and the rooms we inhabit. So for now, I just have to remember that I'm not really designing the final version of this workspace. I'm simply creating the conditions that will allow it to evolve. And perhaps that's enough. And by the way, if you want to see that insane video about how to measure your workspace or a room in your house, check out the episode 4 of this playlist.